KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, serving Guam for 80 years. Matson and the Adai Tano program. Harley-Davidson of Guam. Visit our new showroom, now located on Route 8 in Mighty. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurant, located in Tamuning and Dededo. Always open, always local.
Straight ahead on primetime, it's been more than 24 hours now since a crab hunter went missing down south. Carmen Terlahi has details on the ongoing search efforts. Plus tonight, one local company is speaking out as they wait for federal investigators to release details of a deadly construction accident. And thieves took off with toys that were to be given out as Christmas gifts to kids in one central village. Good evening, everybody, and Hafaday. It's now been a full day and still no signs of a crab hunter who went missing in Malolo. Carmen Terlahi has more on the ongoing search efforts in our top story.
The search and rescue efforts to find 45-year-old Michael C. Guerrero were in full force Thursday morning. According to GFD, Guerrero was hunting for crab in the jungles at Asiga, Malolo. Two others in the hunting party say the trio started looking for coconut crabs at 1 a.m. on Wednesday and were back on the trail 9 hours later until the group was separated. The Guam Fire Department responded after a call at 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. GFD spokesperson Kevin Riley says search and rescue operations continued through the night.
We have ourselves out here, GPD. Civil Defense has brought out their mobile command post for us with the assistance there. Coast Guard does do our asset brokering for our military assets, and the family has been, more than supportive. The neighbors, the people in this area have been helping us out a lot too.
The family also set up camp near the entrance of the trail, waiting for their brother, husband, and father's safe return. Michael's older brother, Tommy Chargaloff Guerrero, was fighting back tears.
He went hunting with his friend, but when I came back from work, he's missing.
The family believes the spirits in this area are strong, but they are hopeful for Michael's safe return.
I got a strong feeling that he's still down there. No sign that maybe, they hiding him, the boogeyman or the ghost or whatever. We don't know where he's at. So hopefully he's still down there. Just hope and pray. That's all we need.
While the search and rescue party grows, the National Guard used a helicopter to conduct at least 2 aerial searches. Riley tells KUAM GPD added 4 more personnel, now totaling 16 boots on the ground, including 3 civilians, 1 man who went hunting with Guerrero and his 2 sons.
A lot of our rescues, we take it personally. We treat it as if it were family, and we give our best effort.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Carmen Victoria Terlahi.
And you can add your thoughts to our Facebook thread. Just go to facebook.com/KUAM News. Well, the family, in other news, of the construction worker that died over in Mingilao last month said their final goodbyes, with the investigation into his death ongoing. But the company he worked for is now speaking out, wanting to clear the record on the moments leading up to the tragedy. Nick Delgado has more.
With everything occurring there, I think a lot of information got misinterpreted or confused.
Daesan Corporation's Pedro Morales says his mother and stepfather have been operating the business since the mid-90s. It's been based at this location on Palomar Street in Manila for about 10 years. And he says the company has operated with 0 accidents. He wants to set the record straight about what happened the day of last month's incident.
As you can imagine, a lot of panic during the time of the accident. And so when I arrived, Jay was already in the hospital, and then he passed.
The tragedy claiming the life of their employee and family friend, Jay Wasisang.
The funeral was just yesterday, so I wanted to try to clear things up.
Following his death, Guam fire officials said the victim was struck by a backhoe bucket while spotting for the operator who was digging a hole. But Morales says
there was no equipment running or operational. There was just an accident, and he ended up hitting his head.
Morales adding Jay was not spotting any equipment operations and he was not struck by a backhoe bucket. The location of the accident is a residence, not a construction site. He says it's here that the equipment is stored and where the workers prepare and conduct inspections before heading out to the job site. The local fire department today, however, declined to comment on the company's claims, saying the incident is still being investigated by OSHA. The company and Wasisang family are also waiting for federal investigators to provide more answers as they continue to mourn their loss. Reporting for Guam's News Network, Guahusinik Delgado.
Well, police have released the name of the 45-year-old man killed in a hit-and-run crash in Tamuning as being Sidney Sichiro. The driver of the car that hit him early Sunday morning along Governor Carlos Camacho Road remains on the run. The Chief Medical Examiner's Office concluded Sichiro died as a result of a skull fracture. GPD needs help in finding his killer. If you have any information, please call Guam Crime Stoppers. Their number, as always, 477-HELP. Well, wanted in the state of Nevada but arrested on Guam, Zhao Jinfan, otherwise known as Harry, was charged in the District of Nevada for distributing 50 grams or more of actual meth. He's been remanded to the custody of the U.S. Marshals for transport to Nevada. Well, numerous stolen items, guns, and drugs have been found during a couple of search warrants executed in Dedido and Jigo on Wednesday. Stephen Leon Guerrero and Melvin Leon Guerrero have been charged with conspiracy to commit burglary, theft of property, criminal mischief, and criminal facilitation. Stephen is also charged with possession of a firearm and possession of drugs. Police also arrested Joey Cruz on charges of receiving stolen property. Authorities say the thefts occurred between August and November at several locations, including at Guam Customs in Tijan and GPA's Mongmong substation. Investigators followed up on the case and then ultimately made the arrests. Well, the season of giving in other news is notoriously also, and unfortunately, the season of stealing. Residents in Mongmong Totumaiti are working to save Christmas for kids in the Tri-Village area after thieves stole dozens of toys. Crystal Paco has our next story.
Victim to the Grinch. The Mongmong Totumaiti Municipal Planning Council was hit by thieves early Wednesday.
They broke into our place and they took our electronics, they took our TVs, and then they took toys.
Narcy San Augustine is a member of the MTM Mayor's Council. All year long, council members fundraise to ensure boys and girls in the Tri-Village had a present to open on Christmas. The toys were being held at a staging site to be wrapped until delivery on Saturday night at the MTM tree lighting event with Santa Claus. A total of 80 gifts stolen.
We're looking anywhere between $700 to $1,000 worth of toys were stolen from just the 80 toys itself.
But how would thieves transport all the gifts? St. Augustine reports their van and Christmas tree was stolen too.
They even took our tree. So it took the trees, they took the ornaments, and so I think and then, for them just having to really just go in and take everything that, it was for the children. So I feel not only were we victimized, but I really feel like the children of MTM have been victimized.
The Grinch's efforts, however, haven't stolen their Christmas spirit. St. Augustine reports Santa's elves, aka council members, are working to replace all the items. That means Saturday's event will go on as planned at 6 p.m. at the MTM Mayor's Office and Community Center.
Imagine if this had taken place on, Saturday morning, on the day of our event, then definitely we wouldn't have been able to fulfill our mission for the children in the village. We're just very blessed and grateful that our mayor is a really good-hearted gentleman, and, our council.
If you have any information on this case, you are urged to call Guam Crime Stoppers at 477-HELP. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Crystal Paco.
Next, one man was apparently drunk when he wielded a machete and asked passersby to fight. That man, Gladwin Snowbarb, was arrested for aggravated assault, terrorizing, disorderly conduct, and public drunkenness. Earlier this week, court documents state that Snowbarb was seen outside the MTM laundromat. One victim agreed to fight if Snowbarb put down the machete, but that's when he allegedly ran towards the victim and others. Fortunately, laundromat staffer called 911, and cops arrived before anyone got hurt. Please stay tuned. We are back with more news after this.
There are more ways to experience Guam via KUAM News, giving you what you want, when you want, and how you want it. From smart devices, Alexa, what's in the news?
Here's your flash briefing.
Over the web, on mobile, on streaming platforms, with immersive, interactive formats, and via social media where it's more than just content, it's conversation. More ways to keep you informed and entertained whenever you want it, wherever you are, on whatever device you're using.
Cheers to 80 years. It's our 80th anniversary and the gifts are on us. 80 gift certificates, 8 shopping sprees, 8 staycations, and 1 round-trip flyaway for 2 to Manila. So how do you enter? Calvo's Insurance personal home and auto customers are automatically entered. Non-Calvo's customers may enter by receiving a qualified quote. It's our way of saying thank you for trusting us for the past 80 years. For more details, visit calvos.com/giveaway or call 472-6816. Calvo's Insurance, serving Guam for 80 years.
Explore your world wherever you are. Explore your world, home's never too far. Explore your world, no matter how far, wherever you are.
MTO, professional janitorial services with a warm hospitality touch. MTO gives that gift year-round. Pressure wash roofs, pressure wash driveways, lawn service, home cleaning, carpet restoration, office cleaning, commercial window cleaning, floor care. When cleaning is in order, MTO has you covered. Call 647-6861 to inquire on how you can receive the maintenance you deserve.
MTO, celebrating 30 years with you, Guam.
Be merry, be bright, and make shopping all right with holiday gift cards from Chuck E. Cheese's Guam, Ruby Tuesday, and King's Restaurants. Receive special offers with every purchase for extra holiday happiness. See stores for details and have fun this season from all of us at the GFS Group.
Welcome back, everybody. Madeline Bordallo put up a fight earlier this year, but with no vote in Congress on a bill that includes a ban on cockfighting in territories like Guam, is now waiting for the president to be signed. She says it's disappointing our views were not respected and, quote, another reason Guam must resolve our political status and push for full voting representation. Now, Governor-elect Lulian Guerrero also chimed in, saying, quote, I'm deeply disappointed Congress has once again disrespected our local rights and cultural practices by including a ban on cockfighting in the recent passed Farm Bill. Cockfighting has historical significance on Guam and continues to be a regulated practice today. She goes on to say, despite our community's collective efforts in expressing clear opposition to such a ban at the highest levels of federal government, we were once again ignored. It's time we renew our efforts to build on the progress to ultimately resolve our political status, that the governor-elect. The cockfighting ban was included in the Farm Bill, which was passed in the House. It also includes serious cuts to federal assistance programs. Well, it is full steam ahead for plans to build an 11-story hotel across the street from the airport. The GLUC today approved a height variance allowing the Guam International Airport Hotel to build 8 stories higher than what is currently allowed for the lots the hotel will be built upon. The vote approving the height variance was unanimous. Kevin Shin's listed as the head of the project and was represented by RNK Architecture at today's meeting. The hotel is slated to have 246 rooms and more than 300 parking stalls. Architects today told the GLUC, if possible, plans to build a walkway from the hotel directly to the airport. Representatives for the project said they would endure practical difficulties and hardship if they were not allowed to build 8 stories above what is allowed for land surrounding the airport. It's not clear how the completed project will impede the panoramic views of the area. Regional headlines now. Here's KSPN 2 News.
Half a day, Guam. Here's what's making news in the CNMI.
Reconstruction continues throughout Saipan and Tinian since Super Typhoon U2.
CUC has actually reverted their focus on the island of Tinian from powering up critical infrastructure. Now what they're doing is they're moving into residential homes and trying to get them back on the power grid. And while they're doing that, they're working their way up back to the Tinian International Airport. So it looks like that will be the last thing we put on the power grid in hopes to power residential homes first.
Nadine says water in Tinian was initially at 100% restoration, but was recently reported to be at 83%, while Saipan has still not reached 100% restoration of power or water.
So Saipan right now, the last reports was that we were at 63% online as far as residential homes and the islands as an island. We have 100% of the critical infrastructure that has been powered up, excluding schools though. We are still working to power up various campuses throughout the island. But as far as residential homes, we are at 63% and 95% water production.
But it may take longer to restore power in the villages in the south side of Saipan that got more destruction from the typhoon.
Yeah, the south side, so areas like San Antonio, Coblerville, Chalampiao, CK, Susupi, these were the most affected areas. And so CSC tried to prioritize those areas that weren't as badly hit, and they're working their way back down south. So focus on Saipan is trying to get the primary lines up and running so that we can work our way inward towards the villages.
Nadine says they are unsure at this time when both islands will be back at 100% restoration of power. Reporting for KSPN, I'm Ashley McDowell.
Watch these top stories and more at saipantv.com. For KSPN2, I'm Adriana Cotero.
And also tonight, more efforts are underway to help those affected by U2 as the CNMI Guahan TP Committee, Juan Marianas and Lady Diane Torres Foundation, hosting the Night of the Legends. The relief concert will feature an array of local artists, and all funds collected go to help the folks up north.
Este na función, non è don con un agradecimento itauto ni però fare come da puedia no man motto da ta fana ajuda una gua ajudo para kotan manyeluta gida notti marana sti luta tinanan Saipan and todo kotan. I help coordinate the entertainment part because I'm one of those old entertainers in the tomorrow music industry. So I gathered the old recording artists, and we decided to call it the Night of the Legends.
Tickets are just $25, and the concert will be at the Elks Club in Agana Heights from 6 to 10 p.m. Stay tuned, everybody. Sports is coming up next.
What's that? An Alpha Insurance customer needs a claim settled immediately? I'm on it.
Agent Alpha. In the event of an accident, theft, or breakdown, each of our Alpha Insure agents are trained to go above and beyond.
This is my stop. There she is. Target acquired.
Agent Alpha. Yes!
This year is rapidly coming to an end, and the big finish is now on at Cars Plus and Mighty. Get big year-end deals on a big selection of new Ram trucks with savings up to $10,500. Or save up to $5,500 on a new Chrysler Pacifica. How about a new Jeep Compass? Save up to $5,000. With financing as low as 1.99%. Plus, receive a Cars Plus Shell Value Card with every vehicle purchase. The big finish means big savings right now at Cars Plus and Mighty. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Visitors make memories on our island. They contribute millions of dollars every year to our community. So what does that mean? Tourism keeps our island's culture alive.
And it strengthens our identity as Chamorro.
Tourism creates opportunities for local businesses to thrive.
The dishes I create feature local ingredients.
These ingredients come from local farms and create local jobs for farmers like us.
For every job we see in tourism,
There are hundreds more we don't see.
From teachers
To babysitters,
To engineers.
We all work in the tourism industry.
our visitor industry benefits everyone. It improves our income and gives back to our community.
meaning more opportunities for a better Guam.
Kids works for Guam.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J. All right, time for sports and our topic of the day. We're hitting the mat. We're talking wrestling. We've got two people that know a great deal about wrestling in here because this weekend we do have the All-Island Wrestling Championship, which is definitely going to be a great event. See some amazing wrestlers from Island out there competing for the championship. And my guest today, we've got Scotty and we've got Miyu Yamamoto, three-time world champion. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So wrestling, no stranger to it. Scotty, before we get to the world champ, maybe when you get to be world champ, we can save the best for last. But you've participated in this tournament. Talk to us a little bit about what do you think these kids are going through leading up to it and what you went through from your experience.
Competing, it was fun. It was a lot of commitment. And seeing the progression of the sport over the years is really cool. Coming from those years to now, it's like the growth with the amount of wrestlers nowadays is really good.
Yeah, it's good. There's strong programs, strong coaching all over the island, and some of these athletes can translate that into scholarships and take it off island to compete at a collegiate level. Tell us about your experience there.
Well, straight out of high school, I went for the Oceanic Championships, qualified for that, was going to Worlds, ended up just not happening and took another route, really. But I still wrestle here and there. Keeps me sane, really.
Yeah, it keeps you active,
Yep.
keeps you sane. And someone who has made a career out of it, Miyu, when did you start wrestling?
I think when I was 9 years old.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was this for school or just, parents were like, you should go wrestle?
Because my dad, he went to Olympics. So,
okay.
And then my brother started first, and then I'm just got into kind of like a natural.
You just get into it
Yes.
because it's the family business,
yes.
so to speak.
Exactly, yeah.
So did you feel that pressure to go into wrestling, or did you just enjoy it and fall in love with it and decide for yourself that's what you want to do?
I didn't have any pressure because I was kids and too young to feel pressure, I guess. And then I just go up there and then beat up the boys.
Please don't do that here on this show. Don't beat up the boys right now. So you've taken this to 3 world championships. Did you think when you started off wrestling as a kid that it would take you to that level?
I wanted to go to Olympics because my dad went to Olympics. So yeah, I wanted to go someday. So I was kind of dreaming about it, but it didn't happen. But yeah.
But you
okay.
you again, like Scotty, chose another path and kind of went in a different direction. And some of the best MMA fighters in the world have a really good wrestling foundation. How has that helped you in your MMA career?
I guess I can take everyone down. Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
For now, yeah.
Again, we don't need a demonstration. We'll take your word for it. And so preparing for a world championship or even, the All-Island Championship that we have this weekend, if any of the competitors are watching here, what kind of mindset do you have to get into before? Because there's the physical aspect that, you hit the gym 5-6 hours a day. What about that mental preparation that goes into it?
I used to do a lot of image training, that's what we call. My dad told me to always think about, your move, how to win, and always have to image it. And the one more thing, I really, really have to prepare for the warming ups, right before.
Do you have a ritual that you follow? It's the same routine every time?
It has to be really, really hard to me. I had a really good warm-up and then kill the nerves and then go into the mat.
Yeah, so then once you get on the mat, the nerves are gone.
It's gone because
your body is ready,
yes.
Your mind is ready, and it's just go through the motions and win 3 world championships.
As easy as that?
Yeah, just that. Okay, kids. So do a warm-up and then win 3 world championships. It's as easy as that.
I think visualizing.
Visualizing I think is key because you just have to do that.
Yes.
You can't have the opponent right in front of you until you get on the mat. So what's next for you?
I have a fight December 31st.
Nice.
It's in Japan.
In Tokyo. Where are we going to be able to watch that?
There's a link.
It'll come around.
I'm sure we'll see it on social
He's
media.
my partner, and he's my corner, my coach.
Coming back with a W. So
it may be an individual sport, but it is a team effort to get you to that point.
Definitely.
So best of luck in your upcoming fight. Scotty, whatever you do, I'm sure you're going to be rooting everybody on. Maybe see you on TV, corner or whatnot. Congratulations. And best of luck to everybody that's going to be competing this weekend in the All-Island. Go get it and do your best. And we're going to take a little look right now at the NFL schedule. All right, taking a look at some NFL action that's coming up on the stations of KUAM Monday, December 17th on TV 11.